Professor, just give us some context here into exactly what's happened. As you've heard, Liz Truss is the shortest serving UK Prime Minister in history, just 44 days in office. Was this an inevitable end for the Prime Minister in your view?
It probably was. Liz Truss arrived in office with low expectations about her ability to perform as Prime Minister, and she failed to live up to those. She became Prime Minister at a time of severe economic crisis, rising inflation. She had to deal with the problem of rising gas and electricity costs, but she launched a disastrous budget strategy of cutting taxes without reassuring the markets that there would be the revenue eventually to cover any gap. So the black hole in the accounts exposed the British economy to the confidence of the markets, and she lost a lot of faith, a lot of trust as a result of her reckless behaviour, really, with the public finances.
And what we've seen is a Trumpian level of chaos playing out in the UK as a result, the political instability also gripping asset markets. Professor, in your view, what happens next now? Of course, Conservative lawmakers have to reach 100 votes within the party before they move on to the next round of voting. And we could, of course, get a new Prime Minister by as soon as Monday. Who are the likely frontrunners, in your opinion?
There is three obvious candidates for the leadership. One, of course, is Rishi Sunak, who came second in the recent contest to Liz Truss. The other character who may do very well is Penny Mordaunt, who narrowly missed going forward to the party membership in the last ballot. She's very popular amongst the party faithful. And there is always the possibility that the former Prime Minister Boris Johnson may return. But the rules require 100 MPs to support the candidacy. And Boris Johnson, when he left office, had left office because he'd lost the confidence of much of the parliamentary Conservative Party. He didn't lose office just simply because he was involved in scandals relating to parties held during lockdowns. He lost a lot of support because he appointed as his deputy chief whip an individual who was known to be a sexual predator. He denied having known that this person was a sexual predator and went on to appoint him, and then sent out his ministers to defend the appointment, causing great embarrassment when it was revealed that Boris Johnson knew a great deal about the person he was appointing. So he lost the confidence of his parliamentary colleagues before, and it's very difficult to see how he could re-establish it. He has a great deal of popularity amongst party members and some voters, but his popularity, I think, can be overstated. In opinion polls taken in the months running up to his election, he was not a terribly popular Prime Minister. And I think it'd be a remarkable, not unimaginable in the circumstances, comeback, but it would be a remarkable comeback if he were to emerge as leader. The general consensus is that if it goes out to the party membership, if he does get the 100 nominations and he is one of the two figures who goes out to the ballot of party membership, then he may well win. And that's why I think the barrier of 100 nominations has been raised so high in order to deter that possibility.